see the team comparisons. The Yankees are 38-14. They've scored 265 runs. They've hit 58 homers, stolen 34 bases, been caught 10 times. Seattle is 17-39. They've scored 176 runs. They've hit 34 homers, stolen 43 bases, and been caught 19 times. And Mickey Rivers will lead it off batting .242 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. And Jim Colborn, this is his second start of the year. He's 1-0 with a 3 ERA. And here's the pitch to Mickey Rivers. And he gets a hold of this, Rivers does. He's been hitting well here in Seattle. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Mickey Rivers starts this game off with a homer. And the Yankees lead 1-0. Right fans should even think about getting they're trailing 1-0. Willie Randolph comes up batting .275 with a homer and 19 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a nope. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Jones makes the catch. And there's one down. And Munson comes to the plate now. And Thurman is batting .300 on the year with 4 homers and 31 RBI. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 9 and an 8. That's going to be a single in the left field. Thurman's aboard here with a 1-out hit. So runner down at first, Reggie Jackson up. The Yankees already leading 1-0. And Reggie, he's batting .328. He's got 18 homers and 38 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Broshi out in left field today. Excuse me, he makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Chris Chambliss adds to this 1-0 lead. Chambliss is batting .255 with 2 homers and 30 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reynolds over to first. Now to end it, but Mickey Rivers starts this game off with a homer. Yankees 1, Seattle coming up. You got Cruz, Reynolds, and Roberts due up. And Cruz is batting .215. He's got 1 homer and 11 RBIs. And Ryan GUIDRY is making his 12th start of the year. He is 7-2 with a 1.19 ERA. And here's the pitch to Cruz. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Bucky Dent makes the play for out number 1. And Craig Reynolds comes to the plate. And Reynolds is batting .291 with 2 homers and 26 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to GUIDRY. He's up with it, fires over to Chambliss. And they're quickly 2 down here. And Roberts comes to the plate. He's batting .314. He has 6 homers and 12 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. White's out there, 52-2. That'll be fielding column 3. That's going to be a single, and White misplays it. And that's going to be an E7, and the batter's going to get down to second. So now we got the tying run in scoring position here. 2 down for Stanton. Then they cash in on this extra out here. Stanton's batting .225 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Rivers makes the catch. And error doesn't cost them. And then you got Yankees 1, Mariners nothing as we go to the second inning. You got Nettles, Spencer, and White due up. Nettles is batting .302. He's got 12 homers and 36 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cruz. And that'll be out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the second. And Jim Spencer comes up batting .284 with 8 homers and 14 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. And that'll be out number 2. And now Billy White comes to the plate. And White's batting .263. He's got 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the crease. Yankees go quietly here in the second. 1, 2, 3. And Seattle comes to the plate with Jones, Stein, and Bernhardt. And Rupert batting .235 with 3 homers and 22 RBIs. See, the Yankees have recorded 239 strikeouts. They walked 149 batters, giving up 78 doubles and 17 triples. Seattle has struck out 260 batters. They have walked 180. They have given up 72 doubles and 11 triples. And here's the pitch to Jones. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the Gators' first strikeout of the game. 1 down. And Bill Stein comes up batting .176 with no homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Willie's got it. He fires over to first, and there's quickly 2 down. And Bernhardt comes up batting .239 with no homers and 5 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one off the Gator. So this one comes up that. And that ball is high. Just how far is this one going to go, folks? And that ball, kiss it goodbye. Bernhardt hits a homer and ties this ball game up at 1 apiece. Bruce is up. Bruce Groschi batting .242 with 6 homers and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That'll end the inning, but the homer by Bernhardt ties this ball game up as we go to the top of the third in a 1-1 game. You got Dent due up, followed by Rivers and Randolph. Bucky batting .283 with a homer and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. 6 and an 8. That's going to be a single in the left field. So Bucky gets aboard here with a leadoff single. That brings up Mickey Rivers. He's already homered in this game. They're going to do a little hit and run. Try to stay out of the double play. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The runner's off running. And that's going to be a -4, 33. So that's going to be a 63 or lower. Then I'll have a stolen base. And he's in there. So they missed the hit and run. Rivers swings at a pitch. Doesn't make contact, but Mickey gets down the second rather, on the stolen base. Then does. Now you got a runner in scoring position and nobody out. And the 0-1 count to Rivers. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the runner will get down the third as he throws over to first. Now there's 1 out and a runner 90 feet away for Randolph. And they'll play back. They don't want to give up a crooked number here. Willie is 0 for 1. Flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty, a 9. And that is a single in the center field. And it is now a 2-1 ball game as Willie Randolph gets an RBI single. He's down at first for Thurman Munson. And Willie's going to take off running. And he can't be thrown out. So he's going to make it down the second. So Willie's down at second with a stolen base. Now another runner in scoring position. And Munson singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Thurman walks on down to first. Now you got first and second for Reggie Jackson. And Reggie, he's 0 for 1 today. Runner out there at second. And a 2-1 ball game. Can Reggie increase this lead here, folks, as we drop the dice? hopefully now you can hear me. Let's see now if you can hear me here. Don't know what happened here. Are we back up and running? Good, thank you, buddy. Yeah, don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. So now you got Robert, Stanton, and Jones due up here. And Roberts, he singled and reached second on an error his first time up. Here's the pitch from Gator. Could be. It could be, buddy. Exactly what could have happened. You are right there. And against the lefty, that'll be a 9. 16 and a 9, and that's going to be a single by Roberts. He's got the Gator figured out today, folks. That's his second hit. Only the third hit of the game for Seattle, and 2 of them's been Roberts. So Roberts singles here to lead off the bottom of the 4th. And Stanton comes to the plate. And Stanton is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. That's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Gator's only his second strikeout of the game. And there's 1 down. And Jones is up. And Jones, he's the other strikeout victim. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that's not looking good. 53 and a 2. That is going to be first on an error, runner to third. So that's going to be an error on Mickey Rivers. He misplays the ball. Runner's going to get down the third. So now you got first and third for the Gator. 1 out in his defense. A little sloppy out there today. So first and third and a 6-1 lead though. And Stein comes to the plate batting 175. And he's 0 for 1 today. They're going to play back for the double play ball. And that's going to be a infield. 8, 10, 15, 24, 32, 36. And that's going to be popped up down the short. That makes the play. The runners stay put. Now there's 2 down. See if GUIDRY can pitch around this walk. Bernhardt, he has homered off a Gator his last time up for the only run of the game for Seattle. Got to be careful here. And that's going to be popped up down the first. Chambliss makes the play. And that'll end the inning, folks. So the error doesn't cost them. Seattle strands 2. We go to the top of the 5th. It's still a 6-1 game. Let's see here. Do they want to make a pitching change? They only got 1 lefty in the bullpen. They're not going to use him yet. They'll let Colborn try to get through this inning here. Trailing 6-1. He's got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up. And Reggie's 1 for 2 with an RBI double. That's going to be a fly ball out to Jones. That is 1 down. And Chambliss comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out and popped up. That's going to be a rare play, a 54 and a 37. And that is going to be a fly ball out to left field. No, that's right. Might not be. Hold on a second here. 7, 9, 7, 9. 36. 36. That's going to be a strike. And the batter's going to be ejected from the game for arguing the strike call. So Chris Chambliss gets thrown out the game for arguing a balls and strikes with a 6-1 lead. Not very smart on his part. And they got Spencer DHing. So that's not good because Spencer's not going to be able to play first since he's the DH. Let's see what we're going to do here. That means old Heathcliff's probably going to have to come in and play first. Yep, Heathcliff's going to have to come in and play first. So Chambliss gets ejected from the game. Not very smart. Now there's 2 outs. And nobody on in a 6-1 game. And Greg Nettles comes to the plate. And Greg's 0 for 2 today. Can he get a 2-out rally? And that's going to be a ground ball down the crease. Yankees go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And we'll need a new first baseman. And he'll bat in the 5 spot. Alrighty, now Gators got Broshi, Plummer, and Cruz due up. And Broshi's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He fields it cleanly over to first, and there's 1 down. And Plummer comes up. And Bill's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Gators' 3rd strikeout of the game. And Cruz comes to the plate now. Cruz is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mickey. 1, 2, 3 goes the Mariners. And we're to the top of the 6th. 6-1 Yanks. You got the bottom part of the order due up here. Spencer, White, and Dent. And Spencer is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center twice. And that's going to be a fly ball this time out to Roberts in right field. And there's 1 down. And Roy White comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He doubled and came around to score back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball again out to right field. 2 fly balls to Roberts, 2 outs. Yankees might want to hit it somewhere else. And Bucky Dent comes up, and he's a perfect 2 for 2. He had an RBI single and came around to score in the 4th. He singled, stole a base, and came around to score again in the 3rd. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Bucky Dent's on base for the 3rd time. And Mickey Rivers comes to the plate. And Mick's 2 for 3. He's got a triple and a homer and 2 RBIs in the game. And he's done hit this one hard again. See where this one lands up. Mickey Rivers is the man today. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Mickey Rivers has hit 2 homers in this game. How about that? Mickey Rivers showing off the bat here. It is now 8-1. That's going to be it for Jim. He's coming out of the game. Can't make it through this 6th inning. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. And I think Todd's going to come out of the bullpen. Mr. Todd, let's take a look here. Yeah, Todd's going to come out of the bullpen. So Jim Todd, a man with two first names. Where's Jim Todd at? And the Yankees are just clobbering Seattle in this game, folks. It is now 8-1. And you got Willie up. And Willie's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Had a sacrifice fly his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Todd strikes him out to end the inning. But the Yankees scored 2 more on the Mickey Rivers homer and takes an 8-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th. You got Reynolds, Roberts, and Stanton. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here against GUIDRY. And Craig's 0 for 2. Grounded out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to GUIDRY. Over to Johnson now at first for out number 1. And Roberts comes to the plate, and he's a perfect 2 for 2. He has 2 out of the 3 hits against the Gator. Here's the pitch to Roberts. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. 24-2. And that's a nice play out there by Roy White. Takes a base hit away from Roberts. And Gator finally gets him out. A little tip of the cap to Roy White. Now there's 2 down and Stanton's up. And Stanton is 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And not this time. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. White with another nice play. Ends the inning. Roy White saved some hits there. Nice defense by White. We go to the 7th inning. It's still 8-1 New York. You got Munson due up, followed by Jackson and Johnson. Munson's 1 for 2. Singled and walked in the game. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 14 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Broshi. Nice play by Broshi out there. And that'll be out number 1. That brings up Reggie Jackson. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a double. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Reggie out. And that's out number 2. And Cliff Johnson comes up for the first time after coming in the game because Chris Chambliss got ejected for arguing balls and strikes. Johnson's batting 161 on the year with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 36 and an 8. And that's a nice play down there by Cruz. Tosses over to first. The Yankees are retired in order, and we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 8-1 Yankees. Jones, Stein, and Bernhardt due up here. In the 7th inning, Jones is 0 for 2. He has struck out and reached on an error his last time up. And that's another strikeout. GUIDRY's got his number today. GUIDRY up to 4 strikeouts. Stein comes up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Willie waits for the Rainmaker to come down, makes the catch for out number 2. And Bernhardt has that homer. He's 1 for 2 against the Gator. And that's going to be against the lefty. 29 and a 9. That's going to be a ground ball down the dent. And that'll win the inning. Seattle goes down 1-2-3 to the top of the 8th we go. You got Nettles due up here, followed by Spencer and White. Nettles is 0 for 3. And now that's a ground ball down the short. And Reynolds, he bobbles that. That's an E6. Nettles gets aboard here with a leadoff error. And Spencer comes to the plate. And Spencer's 0 for 3. He has flown out 3 times, twice to center, once to right. And that's going to be a against the righty. That'll be a 7 and an 8. That's going to be a single, a line drive in the left field. Might be in the right field. Yeah, that's a line drive in the right field. And Nettles, will he get down to third? There's nobody out. That's a 51. And a 32. He's going to go. 32. 32. 62 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there. So that's a single. Now you got runners down in the corner. And nobody out. They'll bring the infield in. They can't afford to give up any more runs down by 7. Rory White is 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch to White. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the base is full of Yankees and Bucky Dent at the plate. This game's already out of control. Pod's got himself in a hell of a jam. Nobody out. Bucky Dent, perfect 2 for 2 today. He has 2 singles and a walk. And he has stolen a base, and he's come around the score all 3 times. Bases full of Yankees. Nettles at third, Spencer at second, White at first, Dent at the plate. Here's the pitch to Bucky. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that'll score Nettles from with no throw, I believe here. 59. So Nettles will score with no throw. Spencer, can he get down to third? That'll be a 60. And he'll get down to third with no throw. So the ball's going to come in the second. And White will stay there at first. So that's a sacrifice fly by Dent. And now you got first and third and 1 out. And they're just going to play back for the double play, try to get out of this mess. They are now trailing 9-1. Mickey Rivers is 3 for 4. He has a triple and 2 home runs and 4 RBIs in this game. And that's going to be that'll be out in the left field. Out in the left field. A 2 and a 23 should be fielding column 1. Yes, it is. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that's not hit deep enough for Spencer to score. So that's just a fly ball. Still first and third. It's up to Willie Randolph to try to get in the double digits here. Willie's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a stolen base. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. He'll toss it over to first. And that'll end the inning. The Yankees score 1 on the sacrifice fly and take a 9-1 lead into the 8th inning here. You've got Broshi, Plummer, and Cruz due up there against Gator. And Bruce is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And he gets a hold of this one, though. So where this one's going to end up at. That ball is hit into the gap in right field for a leadoff double. Only the 4th hit of the game for the Seattle Mariners. Now you got a runner in scoring position and nobody out. That'll get the bullpen up here. Jim Beatty will get up here in the bullpen. And Plummer is 0 for 2. He is popped up. He is grounded out and struck out. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. 63 on one. Right field. Re-roll a dice here. 3. 36. He's going to stay put. So there's one down runner still at second. And we're back to the top of the order in Cruz. And Cruz is 0 for 2 today. He did walk back in the third. That's going to be a base on balls. So he's aboard here. First and second now. And Reynolds is at the plate. Try to get the Gator through this 8th inning. He probably won't pitch the 9th. First and second. Reynolds is 0 for 3. He has grounded out all 3 times. And not this time. That's a 7. Against the lefty at 23. That's going to be a single into single in left field. Does that score Broshi? That'll be the question here. That'll be only one out. Be a 57 minus 25 plus a 9. He's going to score with no throw, and will Cruz make it down to third. And he's going to make it down to third with no throw. So it's a single, an RBI single. And now you got runners at first and third and one out. And a 9-2 ball game. And Roberts is up, and Roberts is 2 for 3. Gator finally got him out his last time up. He flew out to left field. Yankees would love to see a ground ball double play here. And it's not going to happen because Roberts squares it up. Seattle all of a sudden is getting to the Gator. That is going to be a double in the deep center field. And I think that is going to clear the bases here. I think Reynolds is going to score from first. And he is. So that's a 2 RBI double. And just like that, it's a 9-4 ball game, folks. And that's going to be it for the Gator. He can't get out of this 8th inning. Let's see who's going to come out here now. With the runner down at second and only one out. And I think Ken Clay's coming out of the bullpen. Ken Clay's going to come out here. Try to get through this 8th inning. This Gator can't get out of his own way here. And this will be Clay's 11th appearance. He's no record with a 3.12 ERA. He'll be facing Stanton, Jones, and Stein. Stanton is 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and struck out. And Stanton, that's a fly ball out to center field. Mickey's got a beat on it, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Hold on a second. I clicked on the wrong pitcher. Let's go back here. Undo. And do another undo. I want Ken Clay in there, not Eastwick. So, what happened there? That was the RBI double by Roberts. Then we take the Gator out. And we went Clay in, not Eastwick. There we go. Okay, Clay's coming in, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers. Now there's 2 down. And Jones comes to the plate. And Jones is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and reached on an error. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 42 and a 2 is going to be fielding column 1. I'm sure of that. Fielding column 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the cliff. He's got it, tosses it over to Clay. Now to win the inning. But Seattle scores 3, makes it a 9-4 game. We go to the top of the 9th. And it's Todd going to pitch the top of the 9th here. You got Munson, Jackson, and Johnson. And I think, let's see here. Montague, I think, is going to come in the game here. And Montague is going to come in the game. That's going to be it for Todd. So John's going to come in here and try to keep this a 9-4 ball game in the 9th. He's got Munson due up, followed by Jackson and Johnson. And Munson's 1 for 3 with a walk in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Stein at third. That'll be out number 1. And Reggie comes up. Reggie's 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Jones has got that. Quickly 2 outs here in the 9th. And Johnson comes up. Cliff, he's 0 for 1 since coming into the game. And he gets a hold of this one now. Where's Johnson going to deposit this one? That ball is driven into the gap in right field. And Johnson's got himself a 2-out double. And that brings up Greg Nettles. And they get some of these runs back here with 2 outs. Nettles is 0 for 4. He did reach on an error and came around to score his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Montague strikes him out. We go to the bottom of the 9th in a 9-4 ball game. You got Stein due up, followed by Bernhardt and Broshi. Bill's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles over to first for out number 1. And Bernhardt comes up. He's 1 for 3 with a homer in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to White left field. And there's quickly 2 down here in the 9th. And Seattle's down to the last out. And Bruce Broshi comes up. He's 1 for 3. He doubled and came around to score in the 8th. And he gets a hold of this one. Seattle's not done yet. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So a 2-out double keeps the game alive. And we got Plummer up now. Let's see, do they want to pitch hit for Plummer? Plummer's going to stay in and bat for himself. He is 0 for 3 today. He is batting .265 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Runner down at second, 2 outs. That's a ground ball down to Bucky. He picks it up cleanly, fires over to Johnson, and that's your ball game. The Yankees win 9-4.